All right, guys, everything today we're gonna learn about is all about glutamine. So what it does for your recovery, what it can do for cutting down on stress hormones, why it's important, whether it's hardcore or not, and let's get into this episode right now. I'm Billy Hinzo, and I'm obsessed connecting real people to real supplements. Let's get into this video. All right, guys, so today we're talking all about glutamine. Glutamine is an amino acid. Amino acids are found in protein. So protein is the building block of your muscle. Amino acids are the building blocks of protein. So there are 21 amino acids in a full protein molecule, 9 of them being essential amino acids, and glutamine is actually one of the non-essential amino acids. Glutamine, however, is the most abundant amino acid in your body. So 65% of your skeletal muscle tissue is just glutamine. So when you work out and tear down muscle, you need more glutamine than any other amino acid to build you back up. So glutamine is actually high on the importance for people who are training, trying to get results in the gym, athletes, anyone who's tearing down muscle. Glutamine should be a supplement of interest to you. Now, glutamine is one of the supplements that's a little bit less on the exciting side because it's not like you start adding glutamine to your protein shakes and you're like, whoa, feeling that glutamine after 2 days. It's something that you have to take for weeks and months to really notice all the benefit. There is some immediate benefit to using glutamine. First and foremost, glutamine is going to cut down big time on your soreness. So, as you're tearing down muscle, your body's going to be having to build it back up, and the faster it can repair and expedite some of that lactic acid back out of your system, the sooner you'll be less sore, which glutamine helps with that. Another thing that glutamine is going to do is make sure that you're maximizing more out of your training session. So, like I mentioned, glutamine, makes up 65% of your skeletal muscle tissue. So if you're adding in more glutamine to every protein shake, your body's going to be able to recover more efficiently and more effectively after every workout. Therefore, you're going to see a more net improvement over an entire month of training if you're getting enough glutamine. Also, we've covered in other videos, pre-workout, creatine, and there's things that you can use to make yourself get a better workout. Now, in theory, if you're getting a better workout, what does that mean is happening? You're tearing down more muscle, meaning you need to repair more muscle to notice that difference in effect of your increased training volume. So glutamine is actually paramount to you getting that muscle recovery and getting those results, on your physique. So if you're doing a ton of pre-workout and creatine and other supplements to help you, tear up the gym, and you're not getting glutamine, you're not maximizing the effects of your creatine and pre-workout. So I would actually put glutamine, as far as importance in supplementation, right behind protein. So after you get a good protein, I'd recommend getting a good glutamine. That's, in my opinion, the second most important. So let's dive into a little bit about what supplements are best in the glutamine category. So first off, we're going to talk about basic L-Glutamine. So we have standardized L-Glutamine right here from Golden Era. L-Glutamine is the most basic form of glutamine, but it's also a synthetic form of glutamine, and it's not found in nature, and it's also, because it's non-essential, it's a little tough for your body to absorb. It's not actually stable in an aqueous solution, so when you mix it in water or a post-workout drink of some sort, it actually breaks down the bioavailability really fast. So I typically try to use things that have a little higher threshold of a glutamine supplementation. However, because you're just finishing working out, your body needs glutamine really bad. So if you have L-glutamine after a workout, your body will actually take that unstable, not as bioavailable glutamine and drag it in and use it. So it won't use all of it, but it'll use more of it than it will at rest. So L-glutamine is pretty ineffective at rest, and then post-workout is actually decent supplementation. I'm actually also going to take this moment to clarify. A lot of people ask, well, what if I take glutamine pre-workout? That's actually fine. You can take glutamine pre-workout. However, if you arginine, which is a common nitric oxide precursor, nitric oxide converter, that is going to operate on the same pathway as L-glutamine. Arginine and glutamine go on the same pathway. So when you're absorbing glutamine and absorbing arginine, one's going to get left out. So I wouldn't recommend doing arginine and a glutamine supplement or any pump supplements and glutamine all right before a workout. You're not going to net the maximum absorption. So that's all I want to say about that. So L-glutamine, great first beginner, glutamine, but there are higher absorption levels for sure. The next one I'll talk about is, we have our Tower Guard Restore. Restore has got Ajipure L-Glutamine, so same glutamine that's in the Golden Era, just Ajipure L-Glutamine is a company that does like the cleanest glutamine you can get on the market. So it's just a little bit higher of a quality claim. And then also there's Sustamine in here. Sustamine is actually the fastest absorbing glutamine. So some people they've actually done tests with Sustamine where if you're actually cramping up and you take Sustamine, it can stop cramping. So it's a really cool athlete-based glutamine. Restore also tastes really good. So if you have a protein shake and you're like, it's not quite the level of taste that you want it to be, Restore can actually enhance the overall flavor of your protein shake. Where normal L-glutamine just tastes like nothing, this tastes like a better version of nothing. So even though it's unflavored, it has a really good like marshmallowy taste to it. So I actually really enjoy adding Restore to my shakes, not only for the added recovery, but it helps it taste a little bit better too. The last glutamine I want to talk about is actually like the powerhouse gnarly glutamine, which is Probonded Glutamine. So Probonded Glutamine is a peptide bonded glutamine. So this is glutamine in the protein form. So there's actually 12 grams of protein in the glutamine form per scoop in this product. This is easily the strongest glutamine. This is also a very advanced glutamine. It tastes absolutely disgusting. So if you want, if you want your protein shake to start to taste more like socks or something, you add Probonded Glutamine. So it's not something for beginners. It's not something for people that are like, oh, I'm just kind of getting into working out. I don't know what I like or don't like. It does not taste good. It is 100% something you take for results. So this is going to make the consistency more like concrete. It doesn't mix that well. But a lot of protein shakes can kind of drown out the flavor, but it's going to make your protein shake taste worse. As long as you don't care about that, it is fantastic for increased recovery. Let me dive into why. So like I was saying before, glutamine, L-glutamine by itself is not really stable and aqueous solution, and it can work post-workout, but it's not ideal. This is glutamine covalently bonded to other amino acids, so you're going to get a lot higher of an absorption rate because this protein looks like a normal protein molecule. When you ingest it, your body can recognize it just like how it can recognize other proteins. So it's going to not only help you, recover more, but you're going to net a lot more absorption of glutamine. So for every scoop of this glutamine, I believe it's a 16-gram scoop, it nets 8 grams of absorbed glutamine at least. And that's at rest. After workout, it's a little bit higher because, like I said, your body needs glutamine so bad, it'll take more. This one also, you can use any time of the day and it's going to get high absorption. So if you're doing breakfast shakes, throw in a scoop of Probonded Glutamine. You're doing after workout shakes, throw in a scoop of Probonded Glutamine. It'll absorb pretty much any time of the day. You can do up to 4 doses of glutamine a day and your body can absorb it, provided you're training that hard. And then let me also explain another thing glutamine does that's huge. If you guys watch my downtime episode, I go all in about, cortisol blockers and that kind of thing. Glutamine is a really good natural cortisol blocker. So it's going to decrease your stress hormones big time. So when you finish training, when your body's cortisol is at super high levels, you add in a scoop of this to your protein shake, it's going to tank your cortisol levels so you're not going to eat up as much muscle and you're not going to store fat. So that is huge. And that goes for any glutamine supplement, not just the Probonded Glutamine. Obviously you get more of it with the Probonded, but just in general, you're going to get way lower cortisol. Personally, if you're trying to get these things last an epic ton of time. So one of these tubs, if you're taking, our Zeal or our Build protein shakes, one of these will last like 5 or 6 tubs of your protein. So when you invest in a glutamine, it's not something you're going to run out of every month. You're going to have it for a while, and it's something that you're going to need to take for a while, but it's also not going to break the bank every month when you're trying to go back to get more of it. So I actually do a combination of the Restore and the Probonded Glutamine. So obviously, this is going to make the taste of the whole shake better, but this is the super fast absorbing glutamine, and the Probonded Glutamine, as you can imagine, because of the covalent bonds, is a lot slower. So this is going to be going in over time. This is going to be immediate. So I actually do a scoop each post-workout. Granted, I have the luxury of doing that because I own the company and I like to take a lot of supplements. You don't have to do that at all, but if you want to, that is something you can do, just to maximize your overall absorption of glutamine. Other things that glutamine does. Glutamine is really, really good for your intestinal tract. So with digestion and all that stuff, especially when you're taking more supplements, you're eating more food, you need to have a more optimal digestion. So glutamine is going to help your digestion overall improve. And since you're taking it daily, it's going to keep you having a really healthy intestine. So that is something that's big for people who are trying to ingest more to get more out of their training. Okay, so a lot of companies that you might see out there are saying, oh, well, you don't have to buy a glutamine supplement. We actually have glutamine added to your protein already for a bonus. And you're gonna go, oh great, that's cool, I don't have to buy a glutamine supplement. That's actually wrong. So what do you think? So I explained that your protein tub you're gonna run out of like every month, and the glutamine is gonna last a really, really long time because you get a lot of servings. Glutamine is a lot cheaper than protein. So protein, if you're gonna buy a protein, buy something that's pretty much all protein. Don't buy amino spiked protein, which is protein that has other cheaper amino acids, glutamine, taurine, and others added in. So when you get a protein tub, check the back to make sure there isn't, an amino blend. It's often disguised as something that's going to build value. You don't need an amino blend in a protein shake because it's already a fully comprised amino acid, being it's a protein molecule. So the reason why you're taking a whole ton of glutamine after workout added to your protein shake is to increase your recovery. But if you take a scoop of protein and half of the protein powder you're getting is, or not half, but some portion of it's glutamine, you're kind of getting cheaped out. And odds are they're not using Probonded Glutamine. They're probably just using some L-Glutamine, which is infinitely cheaper than protein powder, even if you're getting the cheapest protein powder. So that's something to watch out for sure. You want to get your glutamine separately, you want to add it on your own, and that's something that you're going to do to help you save money and get better effect and get a more efficacious dose of glutamine. So if you're one of those people that's out there thinking like, I already have a lot of recovery supplements, I don't know if I want to add a glutamine. I don't know if it's important for me, I'm an elite athlete, this might be something for beginners. Glutamine is not for beginners, to the point where if you're training often, you need glutamine in order to rebound enough to get maximum out of your training. Michael Phelps actually used up to 20 grams of glutamine a day when training for the Olympic trials and throughout his whole training regimen in order to maximize his performance. And that's a very elite level athlete that's still using very basic supplementation day in and day out. So if you're training at a level where you feel like I'm tearing down a lot and you're not getting any glutamine, chances are you're missing out on a really good amount of muscle repair. Hey guys, I hope you learned a lot about glutamine today. I hope you learned how you can use it for maximizing your recovery, how to repair more muscle, how you're gonna cut down on your stress hormones. Don't forget, we're still doing our protein giveaway once we hit 100 subscribers. So make sure and subscribe, hit notifications, leave a comment, like the post, and we'll let you know when we get to 100 subscribers. We'll see you again soon.